What's good, everybody? Good morning. This is your man, Rodney Gillette, your president and CEO of the Colorado Springs Black Chamber of Commerce. And it's Black Business Month 2023. We're in August, and we're celebrating heavy here in Colorado Springs. And I am very, very happy to have with us today Vanessa and Bola Shinoiki. What's up, guys? Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, thank you for being on the show today, man. So you're a business owner here in Colorado Springs. What is the name of your business, brother?
Cornerstone Auto Repair.
Cornerstone Auto Repair. Where is Cornerstone Auto Repair?
We are at 3747 East St. Vrain Street, pretty close to Platinum Academy. So centrally located.
Right on, man. How long y'all been in business over there?
Well, we've been there as owners for 4 years. We took over in August of 2019.
Wow. Right before COVID, man.
Right before COVID, yes. Difficult time.
Vanessa, what was that like? You know, you guys are just fresh into owning a business, and then COVID hits. Like, what was that like for you guys?
It was. I'll tell you, right before we were in business at another location, and due to circumstances we weren't expecting, we were kind of, given, I guess we'll call it an opportunity. Bola wants me to focus on the positive.
Given an opportunity.
That's it. Hey, it's an opportunity, man. Yep.
And so, it was a big risk. And then to have that additional layer of COVID and the uncertainty that came with COVID, it was definitely a little daunting, but I know this man very well. I trust him with all of my heart, and in our partnership together, we know how to hustle and get through things together to make things happen the way we dream. And there was some fear, but I have a lot of faith in us and him, and we made it. It was hard.
Right on, man. So y'all obviously married, obviously.
Yeah.
Yes.
Y'all just loving hard on each other on the interview. How long y'all been married?
20 years this year.
20 years.
Congratulations, man.
This year.
Congratulations, man.
Married very young, 21 and 22.
23.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys are 20 years in. What advice would you give the newlyweds that have been married in the last year or so? What would you say to them? What would be your advice to make it to 20?
It is hard. You are always working. And if you think that it's always going to be easy and you're always going to be, as happy as you are that day that you got married, you're not. So you got to be ready and willing to work through some of that hard stuff when you're not getting along and you're not happy with what each other are doing. It never stops being work, but it's worth it.
Yeah. Would you agree, Vanessa?
Yes. Bola, I'll tell you, this is one reason why he's so good at being a business owner, an auto shop in particular, because he always keeps it super real. But
yeah.
I would say, a lot of it too is making that heart to mind journey over and over and over again, because I think a lot of decisions are made too much in the head, not enough in the heart. And so we talk about that a lot, and it's like, what's going to prevail here? It's the love that we have for each other, and being business owners on top of that. Talk about challenges in the marriage.
Right on, man.
Always communicate.
Communicate.
Yes, communication is so key. Talking about how you feel, what just happened, and not just letting it fester. So that for me is an important part of our relationship.
Right on, man. It helps to have love in business. You guys have some great synergy, and so I'm sure as you guys started coming up with the fact to run the business, like, what motivated you to start your own company? What was that motivation?
Man, I was at the dealership for a long time, and as an employee, I always felt undervalued. I always felt overworked. I never felt like I was getting as much as I should from the work that I was doing. And when I left the dealership, I was either going to completely leave the industry or I was going to start my own shop. And I ended up joining a family business, and that kind of progressed into us being sole owners. But a big part of what I do is try to make sure that my people never feel the way I felt when I was at the dealership. I want them to appreciate it. I want them to like being at work. I want them to believe in what we're doing. I never want them to feel like I'm shorting them and they're not valuable and that they're not contributing to anything. It's very big.
Right on, man. So can you provide a brief overview of your business, including the products and services that you offer? Like, tell us about Cornerstone Auto Repair.
So
why do we need to go there?
We are a full service general auto repair maintenance facility. That means that we work on regular passenger vehicles. We do work on diesels. We have somewhat limited space, so we can't fit box trucks into our shop, but we can work on 25 and 3,500 diesels. I worked for BMW for about 10 years, so I really like the European cars. I love seeing BMW, Volkswagen, Audi, Mercedes, Mini Coopers. That's something I really like to see more of. But we work on pretty much everything: transmission, engines, timing belts, brakes, pretty much anything that you need. And if we can't do it, we can absolutely find a good partner in town that can help you out.
Right on. So you guys, for somebody with a family driving like a Honda Pilot, like you guys would be able to take care of, vehicles like those, like the Honda Pilots.
Absolutely.
Those are good ones.
That is our bread and butter. And we're very much a relationship place. We want to see you come in 2-3 times a year, and we want to keep that car in shape so that you don't come in every other year and have a massive bill from not taking care of your vehicle. We want to help you make sure that it's maintained so you don't have those big bills. And if we can't do that, at least we can give you a heads up on what's coming. We want to see you come back over and over. When people walk in the front door, we take pride in the fact that we can tell people, we can call people by name as they walk in, even if they're not on the schedule. I know my people. I know the people that come in and out, and they know us. And it's much easier for us to do business that way. We're talking to friends, we're helping people out, versus just trying to sell work. That's not how we want to do business.
Yeah. And, I do want to take a moment to talk about those big bills. So, just for those out there listening, like, if you have regular maintenance in a perfect world, you're going to have small routine maintenance to do on your car. All right. I don't consider those big bills. Those are just your standard maintenance. But sometimes you're going to get a big bill.
Yeah.
There's going to be something majorly wrong with your car. It's going to be a big bill. And as a car owner, you have a decision to make. Do you just like scrap this car and take what it would cost to repair it and get something different? Or do you, if you're going to spend the money to keep your vehicle after a major repair, like you don't have a lot of room for error to find like a bad auto repair shop. Like, it sucks because like that's going to be like, you don't get that back. It's going to be a fight afterwards. To take it to Cornerstone.
And there's
Cornerstone.
That's
good
trust gap in our industry because so many people have had bad experiences with mechanics. So we're really trying to bridge that gap. We're trying to make sure that, we explain things as well as possible. When people come in with those big issues and they've got to make that decision, hey, am I going to put $3,000 or $4,000 into this car, or am I going to go buy a new car? We will talk you through it. It's not in our best interest to convince you to spend a bunch of money if in the long run that's not going to be in your best interest. You're going to stop coming to us. You're going to stop sending your people to us. We really do want to be advocates for our customers and make sure that they're doing what's best for them. And in the long run, that's always what's best for us too. Those big repairs come, and man, we can help you with that. Believe me, I understand.
Right on.
Bill hits. That's why I work on cars.
We just have one. He's a mechanic.
Yeah.
His car just broke down.
My car just broke down in the I get it.
So, do you remember what you did for mine?
For what?
For his car.
Do you remember what you did for my car, my truck?
Yes, I do.
The big bill. So tell us what you did on my truck.
We did a steering rack on. This is a 18. 17, 18?
Yes, it's a 19 Ram.
A 19 Ram.
I think so, yeah.
Unfortunate that a newer car has something this big go bad. But it happens. And it's not always predictable. It's not always fair. Cars are just machines. So sometimes they break. And, we get something big like that, we need to have a conversation. We need to make sure that you understand what's going on, why it's happening, why it's so expensive, how quickly we can get you in and out of there. I remember yours being a pretty big one. And not the call.
And it works perfect. I mean, folks, let me tell you, I had this truck, and it was, you turn the steering wheel, and it's cool. Like you expect it. It's a truck. It's going to have some kind of, you got to turn the wheel. After you fix this issue, it had never been so easy for me to turn my wheel. Like, dude, I've been putting way too much muscle in turning this wheel for a while. So, and I think that's a lesson for folks that get used vehicles. As soon as you get those vehicles, you might want to take it to somebody to go look at it, because some of these sellers out here, they will put just enough tape on this thing. And tape there's a lot of ways to define tape, but they'll put a lot of tape on this thing that drives great off the lot. And it's going to work great for like the first couple months. And then things are going to start messing up on this thing. So take it to you, right?
When you're buying a vehicle, bring it in before you buy it. I cannot stress enough how important that is to have somebody look at it. Even if you
will dealers let you do that?
Most of the time they will. Yeah, we actually had one in the shop yesterday where the dealer brought it to us for one of our customers, and they had their salesman bring it, sit down in the lobby while we checked it out, and then they took it back to the dealer, and we called the customer and said, "Hey, here's what we found." If they won't let you do that, that's a bad sign. A chance they have something to hide. But even if you buy it from somebody that you trust, because if that person hasn't had it looked at recently, they might not know what's wrong with it. They might not have seen that there's an oil leak or there's a coolant leak or something like that. So always a good idea. It's a little bit of money, but it's a big peace of mind. You get a lot of peace of mind. It can also help you negotiate if you find something broken.
Right on, man.
Worth the money you spend.
Wow. Can you share with us some of your greatest achievements in your business so far?
I think getting through COVID was one of our biggest achievements.
And maintaining all of our employees.
Yeah, we maintained all of our employees.
And made sure that they had everything they needed. That was, if I can interject, that was the most important thing to BOLA, is making sure that we didn't lose any employees. So to me, that tells a lot about how he runs his business and the trust. It's such a big deal in our industry to have trust, from a woman's perspective, going in and having to deal with these, someone who thinks that maybe I'm not particularly keen on auto repair, trying to fool me. It's very important that BOLA, he bridges the gap on that, making sure that his employees are well taken care of, to the way that we try to show up in the community. That's part of our brand is complete
community care.
Yeah, complete community care. So I think that, and that builds his culture. His employees love him. That for me is the biggest accomplishment. Yeah.
Right on. I'm pretty fond of him too.
He's cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's all right. Yeah, he's cool, man. Can you share some of the challenges you faced and how you've overcome them?
Well, at this point, 4 years, that really, everything just goes back to COVID. It was really a defining moment, and getting through it, managing through that, getting to that very bottom, where there really was some fear. Coming out of that, we have no doubt that we can get through anything else. There's nothing that's going to happen like that again. And the fact that we made it through that after, just recently opening, leaving a partnership where we had, some people to lean on, and we had help, financially and emotionally, and then having to do it by ourselves 6 months in, getting through that, nothing like that's ever going to happen again. We got this.
Right on, man. That's awesome. How would you were talking about community earlier. How would you say your business contributes to the local community?
So it's an evolution. I would like to do more. We do contribute to, and this is sort of a long story, but my sister passed in 2010.
Sorry to hear that.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And in tribute to her, we do this walk every year for the Colorado Springs Down Syndrome Association, and Cornerstone is a big sponsor of that. and so we continue to do it. We'll do it this year again here in September. We're doing the walk. But, from a woman-owned, Black-owned, Asian-owned, I really want to do a better job of representing who we are. And, the community around us is changing. And I want to be sure to be as inclusive as possible. So that's part of my role in all of this, is trying to seek out how I can do a better job of getting into the community. And, a big thing that Bull and I have a big heart for is, and he doesn't really tell this story. I have to tell it for him because he's so humble. But, he came from a family, single mom, dad left when he was young, 12 years old, never came back. Twin Cities. So he's living in the city, and really had a lot of other friends who are in a similar path as him, and all of them trying to, struggle to figure out what's next. And rather than stay and not do anything, he made the conscious decision, one, to marry me. Good job. That was probably one of the best.
That's a big part of it.
Good job, man. Good job.
But
we'll clap for that.
He went to a trade school, and I think a lot of kids, especially at that time for us, were being pressured into going to 4-year college. And and he made the decision to go to trade school, excelled. I mean, this man was in commercials for that school. He was like their top student. He got into this specialty program for BMW. Like, he never talks about any of these things, but he was very successful as a student, and they championed him and brought him up through the program. And then for him to be also, of African descent, it's like, that's a big deal, Bull. I don't think you understand what you are representing for other young men who, they see your path. And so for me, I would really love to start to use our business and somehow figure out a way to show people how trade can be a route, a path, and something very successful for anyone that looks like or has been through some of the things that my husband has been through. So that is next step for us. Everything from bringing Girl Scouts in there, and I talk about empowering women. That's a big deal to me. I want little girls to learn from a young age how to take care of their cars. I want to show everyone how a trade can be a choice, a good choice, in terms of building career and wealth, and having the things that you want in life. So if I could create a program in which we can bring on that's next for us. It's a big thing, but I'm hoping some folks that we know, like Rodney, or just give us some guidance, But that for me would be a nice big step into how we support our community.
That's some beautiful goals and visions.
Yeah.
For the future of this company. Yes, Bola, what's up, man? What's on your mind, brother?
I'm with the PPBEA and actually get to talk to some high school students, do some interviews. We've had some kids come in to spend a half day with us and shadow us, get to walk the shop and kind of see what it's actually like to be a technician. And we really like doing that. We enjoy that, having people come in and just give them a taste of it. A lot of kids, they don't really understand what being a mechanic or a technician is. They think a grease monkey that works at a little shop on the corner and is filthy coveralls all day, and that's not really what we do anymore. It's changed quite a bit, and there's good money to be made there. It is good work, and giving kids a chance to see that and see that there are some other options out there, is super important. I think we really have a gap right now in trades. It's very hard to find people, younger people that are coming up in our industry in particular. And I think a lot of it just has to do with perception of the industry, and we got to change that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm in a lot of conversations these days about workforce here in Colorado Springs. If you could talk to the people that are running this whole workforce operation in the region, what would you tell them about, helping us improve the workforce for these trades? What advice would you give them?
Make sure that people understand what opportunities are available, that you can make 6 figures working on cars. There's so many different ways for people to make money. You don't have to pigeonhole yourself into this one little thing and say, well, the only way I'm going to make good money is if I'm a software engineer. There's a lot of different ways to make money, and there's a lot of different careers out there that need to be filled. So be open about people's skills. And as a student, as a younger person, find out what you're good at. You know, don't think that you have to do something that you don't like or something that you struggle with just because there's money there. Find something that you're actually good at and enjoy. Try and embrace that. Get as good as you can at it and see where that can take you. I was good with my hands when I was a kid. I loved to take things apart. I could tell how they went back together, and I didn't always think that that could result in a career for me. But this was the right place. And when I found out what I was good at and what I loved, it was, I don't want to say it was easy, but it worked. It just works.
Yeah, there's a lot of truth to that. And, you know, especially for the young folks that are listening, like even for grown folks, you know, still trying to find that passion, that career, like do what you love.
Yeah.
Because then you'll never work a day. It'll always be fun. You're going to be the best at it because you love it. You're going to study the heck out of it.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's stress-free. I mean, you look great. I mean, I don't know how young you are, but you look great. You both look great. That's a sucker-free lifestyle.
I woke up this morning.
Hashtag sucker-free.
I said, I don't look 44, do I? He said, no.
That's how you get 20 years right there. You are beautiful.
Right.
Yeah,
You know those random things you wake up and think about.
That's awesome.
No, yeah.
So there are a lot of ways to get plugged into this community. And for some reason or another, you folks chose, and we appreciate you choosing to be members of the Colorado Springs Black Chamber of Commerce. I'm curious to know why you did that. Why did you do that? You got a lot of options. Why the Colorado Springs Black Chamber of Commerce?
We got to find ways to reach out. And well, the leadership of the Black Chamber was a big thing for us, knowing that the people that we would be working with were genuine, were doing their best, and really had the best interests of us and the community at heart. That was a big part of it.
Right on, man. Well, thank you, man. We definitely appreciate it. You know, how do you see us, the role of the Black Chamber working to evolve your goals coming forward?
It's networking. It's meeting people. It's, you know, using each other's businesses and reaching out to the different parts of the community that maybe we're not necessarily connected with, by meeting other people who are, and being open to what they say and what they bring to the table. And hopefully we can do that for other people. We can connect other people to our networks and our parts of the community. And, you know, the more people you know, it's all
more
about
people you know.
Yeah.
That's it, man. That's it. And we're in the business of making sure people know you.
Yes.
That's our business.
Yes.
Right? You know, this is why we're here today. Because when people know about you, they can come find you.
We're there.
They can use you. They can patronage you. It works out. And there's a lot of other folks that are getting more publicity and press than we are. So it's very important that the people know that there is a Black-owned auto shop here in Colorado Springs that has the right heart, right? The right mission. They're trying to take care of you. Go here.
Mm-hmm.
Big jobs, little jobs. They got it.
Yeah, we got
it. Good. This was good. What advice would you give aspiring entrepreneurs, particularly those from the Black community?
Man, just like marriage, it's hard. It really is hard. And there's going to be times that you get frustrated. There's going to be times that you think that you can't do it. There's going to be barriers in front of you. And you just have to keep pushing. Even at this point, it's still hard. And there's still times that we doubt whether or not we can do this. Build your network. Know people. You have to get out there and shake hands, and you have to get out there and make friends. That is so important, because when you open that business, you've got to get people to come in the door. And the people that are going to come in the door are the people that know who you are, the people that trust you as a person, the people that understand you have integrity and honesty, and you are going to do the right thing for them.
Prevails, yeah.
So if you are serious, you have to get out there and network. You have to get out there and meet people. You got to make friends, and you got to be good product. You got to be good at what you do.
Right on, man. And you know, it's it's not lost on me that there is a lot more cultural influence in this business outside of just a Black influence. I'm looking at the beautiful art in the back. You know, your wife is Asian. I'm
My mom
very,
made
yay, this is beautiful. Can you tell me about this art back here?
Yeah,
What is this?
my mother made these. So I am of Filipino descent, but I was born in Japan. While my father and my mother were stationed there, they met. My father's active duty Air Force, and uh, that is all hand stitched silk art.
That's
So
beautiful.
yeah, but yeah, I'm Filipino, Chinese, and not Japanese, but I love Japanese art tremendously,
Right on.
and that's what she loved it too. And I am Italian, Scottish, Irish as well. So our kids are phenomenal.
They're all mixed
things.
up.
They're just
That's
cute
awesome.
little things. But he's talking about being a business, and I will never be able to speak directly on what it's like from his standpoint or from yours or anyone else's who is. Um, I'm Asian. I am not Black. I'm not African American, but I
So
can
tell me about that experience.
yeah, just
What advice would you give aspiring entrepreneurs and,
seeing
you know,
him and we're
those in our Asian community?
yeah, it is because he talks about shaking hands and he talks about getting out there, making friends and getting to know
Yeah.
people. But the thing that differentiates Bola, I think, from perhaps some other business owners that I've met, no matter what ethnic background or cultural background, is he will sit and listen and talk to anyone, no matter what the opinion is of that person holds, whether it be the most opposing to his. He has this understanding and patience that's insane. I will fly off the handle if you try to say something to me that I don't agree with. In a professional way, you will know
Of
that I
course, of
agree.
course.
But Bola
Yes.
is so intentional in his conversations and growing understanding of, even though we're different, right? It doesn't mean that we can't be in business together, that we can't work together, because there's always going to be some similarities, some thread we can pull through that will help us get to next. Because, and I don't think he understands how that changes people because of
It
that
does.
interaction. Now, I maybe as a person who perceived, a Black business owner one way will now see it differently because of my interaction and that time that Bola took to talk to me.
Yeah.
And that's what I think makes a huge difference in our business and him in particular.
That's awesome. Yeah. It's about bridge building, man. And
Yeah.
both of you are amazing bridge builders. I've had a chance to be honored with that experience. So you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for being a part of this community. Let me ask you last question. How can the community support and engage with your business? Like how can the community help you?
Of course, we want the business to come in. We want to work on everybody's cars, but we are very, very open. We want to talk. If you have questions, call us. If you need a second opinion, call us. You're not obligated to use our service just because you've reached out to us. I'm happy to talk. My employees are happy to talk. And if that ends up getting us business, great. If it doesn't, we've met people. We have some new friends, and we've earned some trust from somebody. We're there. So come see us. Come talk to us. That is what we want, is engagement more than anything else. Feedback. Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking for some feedback as well. How is owning a business in Colorado Springs going for you?
It's going well. It is going well. There is a lot of growth here. In my business in particular, it's easier to get new customers that are new to the area versus trying to pull customers away from other shops, which we don't really want to do anyways. Somebody's treated you well and they've earned your business over the years. We're not trying to steal customers. There's so many new people coming into Colorado Springs. We need to connect with those new people and, show them that we are the place that they want to be. We're the people that they want to be doing business with. But because there's so many people coming in, it's good. You just got to connect with new people.
Right on, man. That's great. I'm in a lot of rooms where these questions are being asked and not a lot of folks have the context. So I'm going to grab the feedback while we're on these calls. This is great. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank
for
you.
you guys' time today. I hope you really enjoyed this. This is live. This is online now. Please go like it, share it, love it. It's on our LinkedIn page. It's on our Facebook page. And it's on one more page. Ellie knows what page it's on. I'm missing the last one. But Ellie Red Cloud is the operator behind this whole platform. So I want to make sure we give her some love today. She's on our board of directors. YouTube, right on, at COS Black Chamber on YouTube. Go check us out. Like, share it, love it. And please subscribe. You guys are great. And, it's great being friends with you all. And, love your family, your business. Thank you for supporting mine. Thank you for supporting the Black Chamber. Are there any last words that you want to give the people before we proceed to close this out?
Man, come see us. Cornerstone Auto Repair. The best, the best, the best, the best.
Yeah. We're here for you guys. We're here for community. We make money working on cars, but we really are here for the community. We want to help people out. It makes us feel good to help other people out. Genuinely.
Right on, man. And give me that address again.
3747 East St. Vrain Street. Phone number is 719-596-1516. And we are available. We're there for you.
And we are on Facebook and on Instagram. Bola's not a huge social media guy, but we're working on that.
Yeah, tell us where we can find you on those platforms.
That's going to be a Cornerstone Auto Repair on Facebook. And then our handle for Instagram is so new. I'm not sure.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get you to 1,000 followers right now. Let's go.
Yes.
Cornerstone Auto Repair. That's it. We got it. We got it. That's right there, folks. Go get it. Like, share, love it, comment. Let's make it hot. Let's make it happen. Let's get them what they need. We can solve all of our problems if we just support each other.
Yes.
Exactly.
Super easy.
Yes.
Those aren't my words. Those are Carter G. Woodson's words. So if you ain't read the book, go read the book. Thank you, Bola. Thank you, Vanessa. Appreciate you guys. You heard it right here. Colorado Springs Black Chamber of Commerce. We'll see you later on this month with another National Black Business Month campaign interview. And we'll see you next time.
Thank you.